Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. My name is Pompberry, and today I'm going to be trying out the new Rawbeautykristi and Colourpop collaboration. I am so excited for this. You guys have no idea. As you may or may not know, Kristi is a dear friend of mine, and this is her second collaboration this year. She had never done a collaboration before, then she recently did one with Pure Cosmetics, and now she came out with an entire collection with Colourpop. And I am just so happy for her. I am so excited about this. This is legitimately her dream collaboration. She's been saying for years how much she always wanted to work with Colourpop one day, and it's finally happened. So congrats, Kristi. I am so happy for you. And the colors in this collection are they are my jam 100%. Before even getting the news about this collection, I did my nails in like autumn colors, and then turns out it matches perfectly with this whole situation. So I'm quite happy about that because I never have my nails done ever, and during quarantine I decided to teach myself how to do acrylics. So if they look janky, it's because it's only the second time I've ever done acrylics on myself, or at all, period. But anyway, enough about my nails. Let's get to the point of this whole video. I won't be swatching everything because if you want to see all the swatches for all the products in the collection, you can go check out Kristi's channel. She did a full video introducing the collection and showing swatches and whatnot. So I'm just going to be creating a look with it. I've obviously already done my skin and my eyebrows. I decided to do some fake freckles today because I thought it would be really cute with this look. And if you actually want to see how I did this base, I'm going to be posting on my IGTV how I did this skin, so be on the look out for that. But now I'm going to jump straight into the eyes, but before we begin, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, first of all, can we please talk about this packaging? It is the cutest thing I've ever seen. The name of the collection is At Forest Sight, and it's entirely Pacific Northwest themed. So the whole forest theme is carried throughout the entire collection, and oh my god, it's the cutest thing. I absolutely love mushrooms, and I love this aesthetic, this kind of forest aesthetic. It is I just want to live in the middle of nowhere in like a little hobbit house, and that's it. That's all I want to do with my life. Which is basically what Kristi is doing right now. She literally just bought a house with a ton of acres of land so that she can like plant her own food and stuff. So she is goals. Like for real, for real. And let me show you what it looks like. It is so pretty. I feel like if I ever were to make a palette, it would be something very similar to this. I love these kinds of tones, these really muted tones. And if you saw her previous collaboration, I feel like the theme is somewhat similar. Obviously, they're both color palettes that she loves, so they have a very similar feel, but this one feels a little bit deeper, a little bit more muted, which I personally love. And I love the fact that there's only 2 shimmers in the palette. The rest is mattes. So thank you, Kristi, for that. And I'm just so excited to put this on my eyeballs. And I sketched out kind of what I wanted to do today. I took a picture of mine and put it into Procreate and then just kind of drew on top of that. So I'm going for a very warm toned, really autumn look. I just want to do something cozy and nice. And I warmed up my skin quite a bit. I added bronzer all along here. So I do look sun-kissed, and I know that's more of a summer thing. But when I think of autumn, I just want cozy colors. And to me, orange, like deep burnt orange, is super cozy. As you can tell from my little sweater that I'm wearing, I love this color. And so I just wanted to do something that was really warm because it's getting quite cold here in LA. So I'm trying to just pretend that it's not. I'm actually freezing right now. And I'm going to be starting with the color Chanterelle. And this is a lovely mustard. I'm going to take very little because I do know that Colourpop shades tend to be very pigmented. And so I just want to err on the side of caution. You know what I mean? I can tell that I can grab a bit more, so I'm just going to run that in my crease. This is going to be my transition shade, and I'm really just going to blend it out towards my brow. This is a color that you could do all over the lid, put mascara on, and call it a day. I had a phase where I used to do that. I used to take mustard eyeshadow, just dust it all over, mascara, dark lipstick, and that was it. And I absolutely love it. This is a really stunning color. I'm always happy to have more mustard toned eyeshadows. Then I think I want to take Puffball and use that on the inner part of the crease just to define it a little bit more. Ooh, okay. That one's quite pigmented. I'm going to blend that kind of up into my brow. So I might add a little more chanterelle just to bring that yellow back a little bit in this area. Now, I think I'm going to take this color right here. I think it's pronounced Rainier. I believe it's named after a mountain. I could be wrong. I've never been to Washington State. I really want to go. But anyway, I want to pack that on my outer corner. Ooh, that is very pigmented, but I do want it to be quite concentrated here, and I'm going to make sure to pack it on first before I attempt to blend it out. And I'm just going to very gently start blending that out and kind of elongating my eye shape. But yeah, Washington State is one of the places that I really want to visit someday. Grabbing a little bit more and bringing it like into the crease as well. Taking a little bit more of the yellow to blend that out. And the color at this point has reached my eyebrow. I'm probably gonna have to redo the end of my eyebrow because it's getting blended away. And I'm kind of blending past the eyebrow too. I'm just letting it kind of fade into the skin. I'm going to do a very blush heavy look, and it's going to kind of melt into the eyeshadow as well, like always. You guys know the drill here. But what I don't normally do is a halo eye, and I think I'm going to do that today. So I'm going to take Rainier again and just pat it right in the inner corner. Not in the innermost corner, I'm going to be highlighting that, but just the inner part of my lid. And grab some more and just pack that on. And I think that's going to be a really cute detail for this look. I never do halo eyes. I know that Kristi used to do them a ton. That used to be her thing. She only did halo eyes, or spotlight eyes, they're also called. And then she kind of stopped, I think. But I remember when this used to be her jam, so in honor of you, Kristi, we're bringing back the halo eye. But she used to do like halo cut creases. I'm not a cut crease ass bitch. That's all her. Actually, no, I don't think she abandoned them. I actually think she did one for this campaign. So yeah, I'm being very on brand and doing a halo eye. I think I might try a touch of Amanita, even though it says it's not for use in the immediate eye area. I know that they say that just because of USA policies. In other countries, they have no issues with the pigments that go into these types of eyeshadows, and they are deemed safe to use around the eye area. But just be aware that here in the United States, they have to add that statement that it's not for use around the eye area, mainly just because the FDA is really behind the times when it comes to authorizing certain pigments in makeup. But anyway, that's not a disclaimer for me to make. I'm just saying that me personally, I am choosing to use it around my eye area. You don't have to if you don't feel comfortable. I'm going to use it right here close to my lash line. I grabbed very little of it because I don't know how intense it is. And I really just want to kind of accentuate the lash line and the outer portion of my eye a little bit. Just want to give emphasis right there and warm it up a little bit more. And I want to make sure that all the colors really kind of just seamlessly blend into each other. So I'm going to be blending this whole thing out a million times throughout this look. But I really just wanted to accentuate just this outer corner right here. Now I think it's time for a super shock shadow, and I'm so excited. Look at how cute this packaging is. As I said, there's a forest theme throughout everything. There's a ton of little mushrooms around the box, but there's also a little mushroom right on it. I don't know if you can see, but I'm gonna be using the color Campfire, and getting this open with these nails is rough. I have not been enjoying having super long nails. I don't know what to do with myself sometimes. I don't know how to function with these on. But I'm going to be using the color Campfire right smack in the middle of my lid. And it's this beautiful coppery shade with some gold sparkle running through it. And I'm just going to grab that on my finger, and I can't grab it properly because of this goddamn nail. But ooh, it feels so buttery. I haven't used a Super Shock shadow in so long, but it feels so buttery. And I'm going to hit just right in the center. Oh, that is pretty. That is very pretty. And it's kind of the same colors that I've got going on in the eye, so it's not like there's a super difference, but it is very pretty. And I was thinking about maybe using this on my cheeks as well as like a blush lighter situation, but we'll see. We'll see. And I just got some right there because it was on my nail. God damn it. I feel like maybe I should also go in with a bit of West Coast right smack in the center. And this color Evergreen, it's a duochrome, and it is, let me just swatch it. Not really swatch it, but pick it up on my finger. And it is such an interesting color, and I want to use it but I don't know how. I might use it on my bottom lash line because it's such an interesting color. And there's a Super Shock shadow that actually is similar to it. Let me open this up because I'm actually curious to see how they compare, because they do have the same shift. They're like a green to brown situation. Oh, but they are quite different. Ooh, okay. That is very pretty. Let me see on the back of my hand. This is the one from the palette, and then this is the Super Shock shadow. So the Super Shock, it tends a lot more golden. That's really pretty. Oh man. Now I'm like, I don't know what to use. I almost feel like doing a separate look with this as my main color and then just having this as like a pop on the lid. I might save it for another day. But it is very, very gorgeous. It's funny because on camera this is reading like super orange, when in reality it's not really. Let me show you how it compares to the orange one that I used. I know I said I wasn't going to do swatches, but I lied, okay? I'm going to swatch it right above, and you can see this one's actually orange when compared to this one. I think I do want to take a little bit of West Coast and pop it right in the center. Might also run a little bit of this along my brow bone. This is a very, very yellow gold. So yeah, that shifts it a little bit more yellow. It definitely gives a brighter pop in the center of the lid, so I'm quite happy with that. Okay, now for my bottom lash line, I'm gonna go ahead with the color Fiddlehead, and I'm so excited for this color. I'm gonna grab quite a bit of it on a kind of bigger pencil brush, and I love olive toned eyeshadows. Oh yeah, this one seems very, very pigmented. And most olive eyeshadows do this where they go on quite a bit darker than what they seem in the pan. So I think I'm only going to add that on the outer corner of my eye. And I think that's where Evergreen is going to come into the picture. This guy over here, I'm going to grab it like on the other side of the pencil brush, and I'm going to use that right on the inner part of the bottom lash line. Oh yeah, it's reading as a much lighter green, and you don't really see the shift, at least on the bottom lid. I'm sure that if I put this on the upper lid, you'd probably see it better. But now it's just reading kind of as a shimmery green, which is great for what I'm using it for. And I'm just mixing the two here in the center. But I will be using a lighter color right there just to highlight the innermost corner. I do want to blend this green out quite a bit. I don't want the color to be necessarily so close to my lash line. I want you to see that there's green right there. Now for the inner corner, I want to use one of the other Super Shock shadows, and there are two more Super Shock shadows in the collection. I swatched them real quick here on the back of my hand. Sorry if they're still like left over from the previous ones, but one is more warm toned and the other is more cool toned. The cool toned one is called Olympic. It's this top one, and then the bottom one, which is the one I'm going to be using, is called Mycelium, and I'm going to be using that on a brush. And ooh, my brush just destroyed this. These are very, very soft. I feel like, I mean, granted, I don't really use Super Shock shadows that often, but I feel like these might be a little bit butterier than normal. It could just be me. I'm gonna hit that right in the inner corner. Oh, that is very, very pretty. That is exactly the type of highlight that I wanted. I might use this to highlight my face as well. Actually, I think I am going to be using it to highlight my face. I wanted to keep it all kind of within this collection, or try to anyway. I might just lightly dust this on my brow bone as well, just to brighten it up even more. And if you just wanted to do a simple glam look, then you could stop here. This is it. I think this is a really pretty eye look. It uses a ton of colors, but it doesn't look complicated. But I'm going to be taking it a step further because obviously. So what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to draw the little mushrooms and the little leaves and things along my crease, or like right above my crease. And I wish that I could do that with the liners in the collection, but I need something that has a liquid consistency so that I can do the really fine painting. And for that, I'm going to be using my Wolf face paints. I'm going to be using the Skins palette and the Essentials palette. And please forgive the very dirty lids. I use them as palettes to mix colors. And I'm going to be using really, really teeny tiny liner brushes. These are not makeup brushes. These are actual paint brushes. I'm going to to leave them linked down below. But yeah, you need something that's really, really fine so that you can do really fine detailing. So I'm going to do 3 mushrooms on each eye. I'm going to start by doing the tops of the mushrooms and then I'll do the stems. And I'm going to start with the orange and see if that works out, or if it's too light, I might have to adjust it a little bit. I have a feeling I might have to darken it up a little bit so that it shows up, but I'm going to do like one little mushroom here, one little mushroom right here. The one in the middle is going to be the tallest one, and then another little mushroom right there. Okay, now I'm gonna grab the Skins palette so that I can do the stems. And I think I'm gonna go in with the lightest color. That will give the most contrast and will be the most apparent. But if it's a little too light, then I'll knock it back with this second one. But let's try and see how it goes. So the way I'm gonna do this is I did basically like a little half circle for the tops of the mushrooms. Now I'm just kind of filling in the bottom of that circle, and then I'm just doing a little stem. Oh my god, that is so cute. And it will dry a little bit darker than this. Face paints usually dry quite a bit darker, so that's why I'm trying this color first. But if it dries still a little too light, then we'll see about knocking it down. And I want to make them have different shapes and sizes because no 2 mushrooms are alike. Like this guy has a thicker stem and shorter. This one is long and skinny. This one's just kind of curved and medium sized. So the top of the mushroom is kind of blending into the eyeshadow, but I will be outlining them and I'll see if I still need to change it a little bit. I might have to lighten the color up a little bit. So actually, I'm just going to really dilute what's on my brush and then just going to lightly paint it over the tops of the mushrooms on like one side, just to give them like a little highlight, you know? Hopefully that helps to define the top of the mushroom a little bit better. Then I'm going to be taking the darkest brown in the Skins palette, and it dries very, very dark. It's nearly a black, and I'm going to use that to very delicately line these mushrooms. I'm like not breathing here, trying to stabilize my hand, but basically just drawing inspiration from the packaging. I'm just outlining them in the brown and trying to add like a little bit of detailing if I can, but it's like so tiny that it's kind of hard. But I'm doing like some little etch marks. And there we go, a little mushroom. Now once they're all outlined, I'm going to grab, just dip my thumb right in the paint. God damn it. I'm going to take some green that I mixed to be a little bit darker because the original green is like this. It's a very, very bright green and I wanted a more muted tone. I'm going to take some of that green and do like little grass right around the mushrooms. Just little tiny blades of grass. And I also want to take some green and draw little plants over here, like a little twig with some leaves. Just kind of following along the crease. And it's not super visible. I might have to lighten it. I might have to darken it. We'll see. This is just the base to see what I have to do from here. Then another little leaf thingy right at the inner corner. Just like a little detail. And I think the darker the green, the better actually. So I might darken it up a little bit more. You see how it like dries darker? And the darker green is definitely reading a little bit better. So I'm gonna stick to the dark green. And then I'm also gonna go from here all the way to the outer corner. I'm gonna do like a little twig with some straight leaves just coming out. And then just another little leaf detail. I guess a single one here. So it starts with a little dot and it ends with a little dot. And I'm going to add some brown just to the center here of this twig-like structure. I think I need to go for the really dark brown actually, just so it doesn't get lost. There we go. I might do the same to these guys. I also mixed up a batch of a lighter, paler green. Oh yeah. I'm going to use that for the little grass. This shows up a lot better. Then I'm also going to add this to the other little green things around the eye. Okay, I'm looking at this and I think I just prefer it with the darker color. So I'm just going back and darkening up these leaves. But I do quite like the highlighted grass just around the mushrooms. This is just a lot of experimenting. Sometimes you do something and turns out it wasn't that great. and then you just fix it. No harm, no foul. I also fixed this one at the end, and I'm making it smaller and more delicate. And then I also want to add one of these to my bottom lash line. I want to go right in the middle and do a line down, and then just do little leaves sprouting from there. This is just a tiny little detail, but I do think it brings the whole look together. I'm pretty much done. I'm just going back and highlighting some parts of the mushroom that I think got a little too dark because of the outline, because I do want these little mushroom guys to stand out. And right now, from far away, they're a little hidden. I mixed the orange with a little bit of the yellow from the Wolf palette, and I'm just going in and doing the tops of the mushrooms again. Really want to make sure these don't get lost. And then I'm shading them with a little bit of red, hopefully to pop them a little bit more, because the red has quite a bit of saturation. So I'm just taking the red on like one side, and hopefully that'll help to make them pop a little bit more. What I can do to really make them pop is I can take a color similar to my skin tone. This isn't the lightest one, it's the second one up, and I'm gonna try. This might look awful, but I'm just going to very lightly just outline outside of the mushrooms with this color, and then hopefully that makes them stand out a little bit more. I might do this on all the little leaves and stuff, like this guy. Let's see, this might be a horrible idea. I don't know. Don't necessarily have to do the full outline, but just doing like a little bit definitely helps to bring it out. So you can see it just kind of looks like I'm using concealer, but if I use it just kind of strategically in certain places, it makes the design stand out. I can even do that down here too. Okay, now the eyes are pretty much done except for liner and lashes, but I want to finish the rest of my face before I finish the eyes. I always leave lashes and stuff for last because for me it feels super uncomfortable, so I try to leave it to the very end. So for blush and whatnot, I think I'm going to attempt to use the Super Shock shadow as a blush slash blush lighter of sorts. I'm going to just try to go in with my finger, and I'm going to tap it on, and let's just hope this works. But I'm going to tap it on to my cheek, and I think that does work, and it gives a really pretty glow. So I'm just going to keep building that up with my finger. I could go in with a brush, but I feel like these shadows are best used with your fingers. So I'm just going to keep patting that on, and it just, oh, I might just use this as a blush on a day-to-day basis. I love orange blushes, and this is like a blush slash highlighter all in one. Some brands like to call them blush lighters. That's another thing I really like about the Super Shock shadows, is that I've used them a lot as highlighters, because look at that, it's just so pretty. It's like, how can you not? And then it also ties in with the eyes, so it keeps everything in the same kind of family. I'm also gonna hit the tip of my nose with this, and the bridge as well, because I want to add color, but I also want to add shine. I might go in with the other Super Shock shadow as well that I used here in the inner corner. Oh, that looks so cute. Then I'll hit my chin as well. Now I'm going to use that same color that I used in my inner corner, and I'm going to use it as a highlighter. I'm going to see if it works on a fluffy brush. I'm not quite sure because of the texture of the shadow, but I'm going to try to hit the very tops of my cheekbones. Yeah, I think it works a little bit. Then I'm gonna hit my chin, my cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose. Oh my god, I am so shiny right now. And I also want to hit right under my eye. I really like to highlight just like the very apple of my cheek. And I know that I'm looking like a very shiny disco ball, and I love like the excessive highlighting just kind of all over the face, but I don't want to look oily, and I am starting to get a little oily just right around the nose. So I'm taking the One Size translucent powder, which is what I use to set my face, and I'm just dusting that right around my nose because I don't want that specific area to be shiny. And you can see my forehead is still pretty matte, but I'm just going to, since I'm already here, Just going to do a light dusting of that. And you can see now I'm shiny, but only where I want to be shiny. Now for lips, in the collection there are two glosses. This one's supposed to be a sheer nude, so I'm very curious to use this because usually glosses like this, they're more opaque and they give you that kind of like concealer lip look, which I don't personally love, but this is supposed to not do that. I'm kind of curious to just try it out just so we can see what it looks like, but I'm probably going to be using the other one because I do want to go for a darker lip for this look, but out of curiosity, I'm just gonna put this on. It smells super nice. I actually did have concealer on my lips, so I'm just going to take that off. Just since we're trying it out, might as well try it out properly. So now there's no concealer residue on my lips, and I'm just going to put this on. It still gives a hint of paleness, which I know that Kristi loves. She loves like a pale lip. Personally, it's not my jam, but it definitely isn't as opaque as these color glosses usually are. But anyway, that was just a little trial run. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to do a little combo on the lips. Oh, now they're sticky because of the gloss. So to line my lips, I'm actually going to be using a liquid lipstick, and then I'm going to be using a bullet lipstick to fill the lip in, and then I'm going to top it off with the gloss. So to line my lips, I'm using the Black Moon Cosmetics Harvest lipstick, which is the perfect fall color. It's such a gorgeous shade. It actually matches this nail of mine. It's basically this color, but it dries down a little bit darker. So I'm just using this to outline my lips. And you know what? I might even use the brown eyeliner from the collection. I know it's an eyeliner, not a lip liner, but this is the, I believe it's called Woodsy. Yeah, the Woodsy liner. And I'm just going to take that right in the outer corners of my lip. And I'm going to blend that with the little lipstick brush. And I'm just doing this to add a little more depth and dimension to the lips. And listen, I have used eyeliners as lip liners many a time. Back when you couldn't find lip liners that were quote unquote weird colors, I've definitely used eyeliner on my lips before. Then I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever Rouge Artist Lipstick in the color Glowing Ginger, and I absolutely love this color. It is like the perfect orange red. It looks super orange, but it goes on red. And I'm just going to fill my lips in with this. And I love this lipstick formula. It feels super, super hydrating. I first used this color back when I did Delirium for Pompoween, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And normally I would go for a really dark lip with something like this. I would tend towards like a brown or something. But while I was sketching out this look, I was trying to like change the lip color. And one of the things that I did, it was kind of a happy accident. It made my lips like this bright, bright red orange, and I actually loved it. So I think it's a nice change of pace from the regular brown that I would normally do. I might just take a little bit of Harvest and just reapply it here in the corners because I do want to concentrate this lighter color just like right in the middle. Now to finish off the lips, I'm going to be using the Luxe Gloss from the collection in the color Glacier. And this is a clear gloss with tons of sparkle. So it's supposed to make the lip just look wet. And that's it swatched right there. Ooh, this looks pretty. Okay, I don't want to use it directly with the doe foot applicator, otherwise it's going to turn red. So I'm just going to take some on the back of my hand and apply it with a little brush. It smells like, I don't even know, caramel maybe? Oh, it's a very thick gloss. I don't think I've ever used this formula before. It's like where you place it, it stays. That is very pretty. But yeah, it's super, super thick. It's not like runny at all. So if I like place it right there, it's just gonna stay right there. So you really have to make sure to spread it out. I'm trying to do a pretty thin layer of this. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, now I just have to finish up the eyes and we're done. Okay, now to finish up the eyes, I'm going to take the creme gel liner in the color Spare Time. This name is so cute. It's thyme as in the herb, not time. And there's mushrooms all on the cap as well. And this is a green that really matches the green that I used for the leaves around my eyes. So I think this is going to work really well. And I'm just going to line my waterline with that. It also matches the eyeshadow perfectly. Oh, that's awesome. And I love the creme gel liner formula. I wish I had gotten more of them because they seem to have like discontinued a bunch of colors. And there's some colors that I've always wanted from them, but they were constantly like sold out, so I never got them, and now I regret it so bad. But this is a great freaking color. So pretty. I've cleaned off the woodsy pencil and I'm going to run that just at the roots of my top lashes. I will be putting on fake lashes, so I just want to hide the band a little bit better. I'm just really working that in. Now I'm just gonna do mascara and lashes off camera and finish getting ready, and I'll be back to show you the finished look. And for lashes, I'm going to be using the Colourpop and Hocus Pocus Boss Witch lashes. I was able to buy the full collection when it came out, and I still haven't done anything on the channel with it. I apologize. I have played around with the palette once, but just for something really simple, just for my wedding anniversary. And I saw a lot of people complaining that the lashes in this collection were too natural and like too little, but I actually love that they came out with natural lashes because I feel like no one's doing that nowadays. Everyone's going for like the mega lashes, but sometimes I do looks like these where I don't want to cover anything up with lashes, and so a smaller lash is a good thing. And for mascara, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Caviar Volume Mascara. I've been really loving this mascara lately. It's really dark and it works really well on my lashes. And this is the finished look. I feel so cute. I am so sad I've got nowhere to go. But again, we're in a pandemic. There is nowhere to go. I'm just so in love with it. I absolutely love the colors in the collection. I already knew it was going to be bomb because Colourpop's quality is amazing. They're consistently good throughout their products, and they manage to keep things really affordable. I'm not quite sure the prices of the individual products, but everything that is Colourpop is generally on the more affordable side of things. But as you saw, it's pigmented, it blends well, it just works really well, and I feel like this is a palette and these are shades that work on a variety of different skin tones. The shades run pretty deep, so I feel like it would be a good palette for deeper, darker skin as well. And I decided to pair my look with this cute little hat. I got it as a gift recently from my friends over at BH Cosmetics. I work a lot with them and they were super cute and surprised me with a little gift. And the hat is from a shop called The Beehive. I'll leave them linked down below. And this look has really put me in the autumn spirit. I just feel like I'm ready to snuggle up on the couch with a big mug of tea. I was drinking some tea before I got started, and as you can see, I do not play when it comes to tea. I drink it in very large quantities. And this hair, no, it is not my hair. It's actually a human hair wig that I wore the other day, and everyone commented on Instagram how much they loved me with this hair. Originally, I was going to put on a brown wig, but I thought, you know what? I kind of liked the look of the silver hair with this, so I just put on a wig because my hair right now is a whole mess. You just saw the little braid, but trust me, it's a whole mess. So yeah, I hope that I was able to show you a bit of the collection and give you some ideas on how to use it. Let me know if you picked it up. I know that it's sold out, but they are restocking it, and I imagine they will restock it as long as there's a demand for it. I could be wrong. I don't know how limited this run is going to be, but it is a limited edition collaboration. All of their collaborations are limited edition. So if this is something that interests you, I would recommend picking it up. And I just want to finish this by congratulating Kristi again. Kristi, you freaking killed it. I mean, I knew you were going to, but congrats. This is, chef's kiss. So I guess now I'm just going to sit in my living room and be glamorous for a little while before I wipe all this away. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to all my patrons who support me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.